All right, I believe we're live. Last time I checked if we were live, we were already live, but it didn't show me. So I'm going to go ahead and assume we're live based on that green button.
Okay.
Let me go ahead, just refresh one more time. Whoops. Okay, cool. What's going on, guys? This is the Lucky Ocean podcast here with Cleanup and Atlanick. We were going to have somebody else on the podcast, but he got sick at work, so that's going to be pushed to next week. But I'll kind of explain in a bit here that I may not be here next week, but the week after. So, yeah. Anyways, Clean, how you doing today, man?
I'm all right, man. Lots of stuff going on in the space, man. Lots of things to talk about. I know we're kind of maybe cutting it shorter today. Is that correct?
We might not. I'll see how I'm feeling, and I'll explain that to you guys here in a
Okay.
bit.
Because I
But
have I have a bunch of I got to cook pizzas tonight. I got like my brother-in-law from Colorado is in town, so I got to kind of navigate that situation and like meet up and hi,
so
how's it going? Shoot the shit, or whatever.
gotcha.
So yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah.
we got a few topics. First thing I want to cover is my new mic that you can see. I hope it sounds better for most people. It's a new stand too, so hopefully the quality is at least a little bit more clear, more full. Let me know if it's not, because there's a bunch of dials on here. There's like this omni direction where it takes the voice and the volume from all different directions, and then there's like a dial where it only takes from in front. There's a bunch of different stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. Um, the other thing, we're going to have a moment of silence at some point for my aunt. I'll talk about that. We're going to talk about Risk, the Mulga airdrop, Kong's being taken over by BC Billionaire, and then I made a play on Yumi and I made a play on Venom. So we'll talk about all of those things.
Nice.
Yep. So I think at first I want to say a few things. If you guys are like in the middle of your workday, or if you're watching this later and you're trying to like, stay in like your positive upbeat mood, maybe to skip ahead like 5-10 minutes, it's going to be a little bit of a downer, but I think it has a positive light at the end of it. So I did want to cover it. I don't think for all deaths I would do this. And yes, I'm talking about a death in my family, but my aunt Carolyn was somebody truly special. She was a nun for about 40 or 50 years, devoted her entire life to it. And she's on hospice care now, and I'm going to be leaving tomorrow to try to go, see her before whatever happens. And yeah, I just think that she had a lot to offer in this day and age where not a lot of people are extremely religious or, extremely positive in general. And it's just, it's sad to see some of our older generation kind of moving away, because I felt like some of them kind of helped us stay grounded. And I just want to kind of leave one thing that she left with me that helped me out. And hopefully we can, pass that on to anybody who's maybe struggling with something. So when I was, going through my stuff, I was going through a lot of guilt, and I had kind of suppressed it. I hadn't told anybody for a long time. And I decided finally last year that I was going to tell her. And she's a nun. She's like very principle based. I thought, what I told her, I was expecting, like, what the heck did you do? Like, I was expecting to get reamed out. And I kind of like felt so bad because she's like this perfect person in my brain, And so I finally told her, and she wasn't mad at all, and she was like very understanding and just very full of love. And she told me something that just stuck with me. And she said, never do anything out of guilt. And I was about to do all these different things to try to make up what I had messed up in my past through, actions that I didn't even believe in. I just thought that other people believed in what I was doing. And I did that to try to do right through what I thought other people thought was right, not through what I thought I should do. And she told that to me, and it helped me move forward with a lot of my stuff. So if anybody out there is struggling with forgiving yourself or letting go or pushing through, just know that sometimes the only way is to forgive and to move on. So that was something that she left with me, and I hope it can help, people in the future. So, um, you know, I'm just gonna kind of leave it there. We'll take like a moment of silence. If you're somebody who prays, you can take this moment to pray. If you're somebody who just takes a moment of silence, you can just take a moment of silence. But I'm just gonna lower my head for about a minute, and then we'll move on. All right, cool. I appreciate y'all for doing that with me. I know it's not always the most fun thing to do, but at the end of every video, I do say get outside, see your family, see your friends. And it's for moments like these, it's unexpected when we're going to lose somebody. So that's why I say that. So uh, we'll move on. We can talk about Risk Coin, I think, was the first thing that I had up. Risk is going to be created by Ultimate Warrior and Showtime and Johnny Tran, I believe his name is. So let me go open that up. Have you heard anything about Risk yet, Clean?
Nothing about it so far except for what you covered in your video, right? So you had a video where you were covering a little bit of the stuff early in the week. And first, let me take a minute to like give some respect that it needs to be. I'm sorry to hear about this. It is always rough when he's got the motivational cup, baby. Let's go. You got a full gallon?
Yeah,
Staying hydrated, baby.
Trying to be better about my hydration.
I love it. But respect's got to be given. She probably lived a great life. One that was fulfilling for her, and that's all you need to walk away with is like she did something that she truly believed in. How many of us can like say that? You know what I'm saying? Like she walked the good path. You know what I'm saying? And she did things the right way, and it's inspiring because it's like she was doing something she loved, something she wholeheartedly believed in, you know what I'm saying? And so for her to make that sort of commitment makes anything that I do seem like shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I could never commit like that, it's kind of crazy, but yeah. So, sorry to hear about this. It does suck, like I told you, the unfortunate thing is I'm not very close with anybody in my family. Like we didn't grow up like real tight or anything like that. We all kind of my family kind of was always worried about business and all this other stuff. And so it's like we didn't get that time to bond. So I don't really know my cousins that well. I don't know my aunts really that well. We were just like wrapped up in our own life and trying to make headway the best we knew how. So I think if you knew her and you're close with your family, I think that's great. You got a leg up on me. But I'm trying to instill traditions in my house to where my kids are closer with their cousins and stuff like that. Because I never really had that. So I didn't have this network of people who like supported me or I could hang out with and be cool with and spend the night with when my parents needed a date night and stuff like that. We just never had that. So yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And that's why, there's going to be many deaths in my family. It's just a part of life, and I'm not going to bring it up every single time, but there's something truly special about her. And, that was just one short thing that I shared with y'all, but she was truly a special, special woman. And, I can't devote myself to anything that long, and she did that at an early age and followed through her entire life. So that's like a whole different level of respect that I have for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, sure. Yeah. But
Risk. I'm sorry.
Risk. No.
Risk.
You're fine.
Let's talk about Risk, okay? So I don't know much about Risk.
Gotcha. So Risk is, and we'll go to the top because they talk about the team. So it's Ultimate Warrior. If you guys don't know about Ultimate CNFT, you can go follow his channel or just look him up on YouTube. He does content. He's done content forever. Maybe I think longer than I have. I don't think he was Ultimate CNFT. He did Ultimate something else, but he was I don't think he started with CNFTs. So he's been here forever. Johnny Tran, I've heard a lot about. Honestly, I don't know much about him, but I know he's the co-founder of Royal Chess Club. And then Showtime, we had Showtime on the channel about a year back, dude. It's so crazy. But
yeah, with the apes, right?
Yeah, with Ape Nation, and I don't believe he's still with them. I don't think he's with them anymore. Because I went into Ape Nation's Discord yesterday, and I went to go check, and I didn't see him on the list. So, but I could be wrong about that. But anyways, those are the three that are in charge of Risk. And have you ever played the game Risk?
Dude, I know that it takes hours if you have experienced people. That's what I do know. So I know the basis of it, but no, I've never played it.
Gotcha. So this isn't going to be an exact replica of Risk, but Well, oh wait, I'll open up I have like a wiki here that kind of teaches you how to play.
People
So we
have
can,
maps. Like my father-in-law, right down in his basement, he has a whole map like that, except it's like built out of wood, custom made, huge, takes up the entire table. I was just like dumbfounded. But go ahead.
yeah. So Risk is like one of the most OG games, like one of the most OG board games. It's been around forever. You can play it online. So with Risk, they're going to be making like instead of North America, South America, whatever, it's going to be like a Bitcoin, Cardano, Ethereum.
Oh,
Yeah, so something like that. And how it's played is there's these cards, and then you shuffle them, and then you all roll a dice to figure out who goes first. And then depending on how many players you have, so if there's 6 players, you get 20 troops, 2 players, you get 40. I'm not sure how many players there can be, and because it's going to be their own rendition, and I'm assuming they want lots of players, there's probably going to be a lot more troops total, I would imagine, so that everybody can play. But you get troops depending on how many players, and then you roll dice, and whoever gets the highest goes first, and then that person can choose where they want to place their units. And then after you place your unit, then it goes clockwise or counterclockwise, whatever it is, and somebody else puts their unit somewhere, right? And then you just go until all the units are placed. And then once that happens, let's see, you try to conquer all the territories on the board and win, essentially. So you can choose to like
woo! Did I not?
damn.
I might not mute.
No.
Oh my
Good.
god! I'm sorry. Holy
You're
shit!
good. You're
Hey,
good.
my bad, podcast. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm muted now.
So if you're red team, right, and you want to conquer, let's say, South America, then you can choose this unit to attack this unit, and then you'll roll dice, and depending on the rolls of your dice, you'll either win or you'll lose. If you win, you can take it over and then draw a card. Cards kind of allow you to get more units, and that's essentially the basis of the game. Last player standing wins. So that's going to be what Ultimate is creating in his Risk coin, but it's going to be his own version of it. And Ultimate, by the way, was a top 500 and Grandmaster in Risk at multiple times in his life. That's impressive.
That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
And it just, I wonder, you know what I mean? Because, like, I would love to take Melee and somehow make a coin for Melee for Smash Bros. But we had what's his name from Space Pugs? Adam, right? He was a professional poker player, and he wanted to create a poker platform. And now we have Ultimate, who's a pretty popular, used to be Risk player, and now he's trying to create a Risk game. So I think that's cool that people are kind of taking their experiences and creating that. And they've already partnered with so many people. They've already partnered with Wolvie from Brave Dogs, so they're going to be doing the mint and all of that. And then you have Order of the Kraken that they partnered with. I believe they partnered with Stag Alliance and just a bunch of people, really. And I don't know all of the details. I talked to Ultimate the other day. He doesn't know how many public or how much is going to be given to public, because he said that OG is slightly over allocated. So it just depends on whatever's minted. But there's going to be 500 roughly OGs, and they can mint 1,000 coins, 1,000 ADA worth of coins. So that will be 500K total. And he said something that was pretty interesting to me, because from my perspective, I like it when you can only get in, like, let's say 200K total, right? Because then when it goes up to 1 million, you made a 5X. But if you start at 500K and it goes to 1 million, you make a 2X. So that's the way that I've always kind of looked at it and thought about it. But he was saying, he was like, well, we can't really get around bots, you know? So the more that you give to the public and the more that you give to the OGs, then the less of an impact the bots have at the beginning. And I was like, that's actually a really good point.
Right. So release, 95% of your token, right? Hold back 5 for like whatever. But at the beginning, whoever gets in, right? And then they get the most allocation of the token, right? And so then after that point, yeah, there's a lot less. And there's still bots, right? But there's a lot less manipulation, I guess you would say. So
Right.
yeah, very good idea.
Yeah, because unfortunately, where we're at, the bots have the technology advantage, and it's going to be hard to get around that, and maybe even impossible at this moment. And if it's not impossible, I think we would have already seen a few projects doing it already. But yeah, that's essentially Risk for now. Let me see. There were a few updates since I last looked.
So
Okay.
you bet on the game, or do you pay to get into the game?
I'm not entirely sure on that, but I do know that he said OGs have a very important role, not only in just getting the allocation first, but OGs are also going to be able to get the NFTs first. So there's going to be NFTs for this game, and also people who hold a certain amount. So keep that in mind when you're buying. If you believe in the long term of this, maybe you want to buy, and hold for a while before those NFTs come out, if that's what you want to do. I do think everybody kind of knows buy the rumor, sell the news. So when that happens, there probably is going to be some price fluctuation. So just be prepared for that. Either be prepared to hold or be prepared to sell out and try to get back in, whatever that you do. But yesterday, they released their OG submit wallet. So yeah, if you're OG, just make sure that you submit your wallet early. There's not a mint date yet, but I have been told that they're trying to aim for middle of July. So just do it sometime before, middle of July.
Yeah, so they got a little bit of time to cook still.
Yep. Excuse me.
Nice.
Yeah, I even moved away from the mic, but we have.
Do you think it's important that, to be honest, most of these future projects kind of, not to like shill or whatever, but work with Block?
I don't know. I think Block definitely has pull, and his doxing service is nice, but I haven't seen anybody who's been doxed and left get punished. So I don't know how much that really matters. I
No,
know
I'm
that.
saying just for even partnership, like
I
for
mean,
Alpha and other things like that, you know?
I wonder though, like in what way are they partnered with Block if they're not doing the doxing service? You're muted, I think.
Giving away whitelists and stuff.
Okay, I think everybody kind of does that though, right?
Does everybody go through Block? I mean, is that like
I
or
mean,
tries to?
they go through Block, they go through Thor, they go through me, they go through, all these big projects. So I don't know. I don't think it's like just a Block thing.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not even trying to be politically correct here. Like I don't really know. Maybe if Block got like the majority of whitelists, that would be maybe something to talk about. Like some people get 5, and maybe if he got like 50, it'd be like, okay, what? But even still, I mean, Block's a huge project. His NFTs are worth so much that those NFT holders want to see, 3,000 ADAs worth. You know what I mean? So I'm really not sure. I don't think it's a negative or a positive. I think it's just another avenue to kind of diversify your holders. And I mean, he's been here forever, just like all of us. So you're giving whitelist spots to people who have been here. So I kind of like that. But yeah, I mean, Risk is going to be a game. So again, it's going to be similar to Bank. And they partnered with Bank too. Ultimate CNFT has partnered with Bank. So I haven't been told any of like the spicy, juicy details, you know what I mean? But if he sounded extremely excited. Like when I spoke with Ultimate 2-3 days ago, he was ecstatic. He was like so energetic, and he was running around in his room. Like I barely found time to talk to him, but he was so busy and just like so like, dude, I can't wait. I've been talking to, like, he was just so happy. I love that. So
He is high energy.
he is.
He's very high energy, but he was extra that
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
I
but
gotcha.
it was a cool conversation. So I'm pretty hyped about it. I hope it goes well. I do think all things, considered, if you looked at the last few semi-popular meme coins that launched, like you had Spicy and Cock, they got heavily botted and dumped instantly. So is that likely to happen again? I do think so, and I hope that that's not like, when they hear this, they don't think that that's negative. I just think that that's almost a given, I just
Yeah, it's
hope
a
whenever.
reality in the space, so you got to talk about it, you know.
Right. I just hope whenever it does dump, it stays above whatever it started at. right? Because it will at some point, whether it's a 10x, 20x, a million X, it's going to dump at some point. So yeah, so if you're new, please don't use unlimited slippage for the love of God, and maybe like wait. If you didn't get in within the first 5 minutes, or put your order in within the first 5 minutes and do maybe 50% slippage, then just wait. Just wait. It's going to come. The dump is probably going to come. If it doesn't, then you missed out, but you at least played it a little safer. If you want to be risky, go be risky, but I don't know. The last few coins, they just make me nervous, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
But at least this has like a game attached to it, right? And so
Right.
essentially there's a reason to hold it. Whereas with cock, it was like, well, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Cock was, oh man, I had such nervous energy about cock. I was so nervous about that. I was like, dude, people are going to get so wrecked. And then I was like, okay, I doubt it's going to do as crazy as Bank did. And then it was a 28x in like the first 3 minutes. And I was like, it did better than Bank, but it did it way too quick. And I think the reason why it did that is because it was the first time that MinSwap released unlimited slippage. So I think a lot of people got wrecked. People were probably thinking, oh, I'm going to get filled at maybe a 2x from here, no big deal. And then they got filled at like a 20x and we're like, wait, what? So yeah, like y'all got to be careful.
Yeah.
For sure.
Unlimited slippage, not like I get it, but it's not great. I will say that. I would never do it. How about that?
Yeah, no way. Put 50% slippage, right? If it goes higher than that, you missed out. Just accept it. Just move on. Hey, what's up, Ghost?
Hey, it's Ghost. What's up, Tyler?
What's up, homie? But yeah, I wanted to show MinSwap real quick too, because I made a small play on 2 coins. One y'all already know, Yumi Universe. I figure like all of these OG projects are taking their turn doing the thing, right? Like Mutants took their turn. You had Apes kind of take a turn. You had Clay's bounce back. You have Space Buds trying to hit 2,400 again. We just had Chilled Kongs release, that news about BC Billionaire. So all of the OG projects, and then Makasi, dude, it's unlimited. There's just so many projects doing the thing right now. But Yumi is so down as far as their tokens. So if we just go look at a chart, like look at the 1 day. Hey boys, 3 a.m. for me. Yo, what's up, Arrow? That is wild, bro. I appreciate you being here.
Hey, Arrow, what's going on with Phoenix Arena, baby? We gonna have something come out soon? I don't mean to bug you at 3 a.m., but and where are you at? You in New Zealand? You in Australia?
Netherlands or something?
No, Netherlands is only like 7 or 8 hours.
Ahead or behind?
No, 5. It's like 5 or 6 hours ahead. Demo play this Friday.
Okay, nice. That's what's up.
Phoenix Arena. So we got the little maxes, we got the divers, we got the fluffies. All right.
But yeah, I put in. Wait, what? Oh, this is my other wallet. I was like, wait, I put in 300 ADA. Why is it worth 8? Yeah. So I bought a little bit of Yumi. I think that Yumi will have its turn. I don't know when it's coming, but all right. I think Tap Tools is better to look at. What am I doing? Tap Tools is definitely better to look at. Come on. So yeah, Yumi was pretty low when I bought it. I still think it's low. Let me open up my other wallet so I can see if I'm up, and if so, by how much. But basically, the theory here is all OG projects are doing the thing, and I think Yumi's going to get their moment to shine. So I'm either going to sell out at a bigger pump, or I'm just going to hold and ride the wave, because I bought 1,000 Yumi tokens about a third of the, or 3x higher than here. So I'm down to a third of my money. So I'm averaging in. And I believe in Yumis. They come out with their like little announcements every once in a while. They're not giving up. They're not going anywhere. I think it's just a matter of time before they kind of pop back. Thought I would watch so I can get informed on DeFi. Hey, my man, Melbourne, Australia.
So if you're from Melbourne, have you seen any of the Mulga art in Australia? I didn't know if that was like a actual thing or what's going on. Everybody seems to be familiar with his work. and I've seen it like 7-Elevens and all this other stuff. So I'm just wondering, Arrow, is it legit? Are we talking about a legit thing? What's going on? I know he created a skin for FIFA that was like sold in the marketplace and everything, which is pretty trippy. But yeah.
Yeah, and they're partnering with Quick, who is also in Sydney, Australia, and done a bunch of murals too. So, I mean,
Yeah.
have you seen Quick stuff as well? That'd be pretty cool.
Yes.
Oh, he says he's a fellow street artist.
He worked with them before.
That's awesome.
Okay. Australia runs deep in crypto. Like, what's up, baby?
He's like, legit, put some respect on their names. Like, what the heck? Like, I'll work directly with them. What are you talking about?
So you're in Yumi. You went into Venom. Is that correct?
Yep, Venom as well. But this is the overall chart of Yumi. It's below where it started. I think that's just disrespectful for Yumi, period, or personally. So, yeah, I mean, I threw in a little extra. We'll see where it goes. It's just a potential play. I think it's OG project has likelihood to at least pop up a little bit. But yeah, we can talk about Venom as well. VNM. So Venom, holy moly, I'm glad I got into Venom. Holy, what happened? When did this happen?
Baby boy.
Let me wait. Why does it say I have none?
It's probably a different one.
Swap. No. Yeah, maybe. Oh, it's so hard keeping track of all these wallets.
Yeah. It sucks to have all this ADA and all these wallets.
Nah, dude, it was in this wallet. It was definitely in this wallet. Maybe I have to refresh. There we go. So I put in 13 or 300, and now it's 413. So not bad.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all. But yeah, Venom is created by the platypus, those platypuses.
Cyberpunk. Yep. Cyberpunk platypus.
Something like that. But
like
yeah,
that,
they're like the fractionalized real estate, right?
Yes.
So I love that. I have no idea if they're going to execute like properly and make it like a big freaking thing, but I think real estate, and I've said this before, is one of the best ways to invest. So yeah, I think when I invested, it was 50,000 ADA total. And I was like, there's no way this doesn't go at least to 200,000. That's just a thought in my mind, not financial advice. So that's why I did it. I'm probably going to sell my tokens at 200,000, and maybe I get lucky and I forget about it and it goes to 1 million. Who knows? But yeah, I think it's got upward potential for sure. Yeah, and then cool. Mike, what's up, homie? He says, sorry, I'm late here. Have you guys discussed Flex? Have you heard of Flex?
I have not.
I have not either. Let me see. Flex.
Is it out?
Oh, I don't see it. Maybe it's not out yet.
It's coming out.
Arrow Art says Mulga is Sydney, Quick is Melbourne.
Okay.
Cool. No way, unlimited slippage. Yeah. No.
You're doing an unlimited slippage. You're gonna be in some trouble.
You're risking it for more than the biscuit.
No, I said 60% is the highest I will absolutely go.
Yeah. That's a fair range, which is crazy to think. Like, oh, I'm willing to spend, almost double. Yeah. That's just not a normal, thing that most people would do. But because of the bots and because of MinSwap being so slow to execute orders, you either have to within the first day or two, or you just have to be extremely patient. I'll send you a link so you can check it out. Appreciate it.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Don't click the links.
Oh yeah, don't click links. But
I did not get into Tappy Tools.
Yeah, I did not either. I figured, when I saw it struggling to sell out, I was like, maybe NFTs just aren't back yet. You know what I mean? And then they announced if you hold 5 that you can get the lifetime access to their Pro Tools. And then they went parabolic, and I woke up like a few hours after that and they were already 700, 800. And I was like, well, it is what it is. Congrats, guys. I missed another one,
It's so crazy. Like, you have to stay up on everything. Like, look at all your Discords, dude. Like, there's no way you can manage that in a day. It's a full-time job.
I went through actually and left about 10 to 20 of them the other day.
Really?
Yeah, and there's still just so many.
So hey, you know what I got this week?
What'd you get?
Flexcoin ADA. Okay. I got a mouse.
A mouse, like a mutant mouse?
No, like a mouse, like for my computer.
Oh, okay.
So we can play Worlds Within
Right.
and actually like practice. Maybe we'll hold a 2v2 tournament for ocean holders,
Hell yeah.
and then the strongest survive. I used to do this. I used to run I used to call them battle royales, but this was back in 2012 when battle royale was just like a non-existent thing. And so it would basically be like free for all tournaments in Halo. And I would get on the website challenge,
Yeah.
and I would set up a bracket. I would do a special YouTube video of like the drawing, like who's in one room, who's in the other room, and then we would place bets on who's going to win. And so there was a whole ecosystem of this thing, and we would give away some things and we would stream it on Twitch and stuff like that. It became like pretty decent, for as big as Halo was at the time, but it was like I miss doing that, because doing tournaments and gaming and stuff like that is something like since I've been into crypto has taken like a back seat. And so it's something I'm maybe like thinking about. You know what I mean? Like just running that, it would be pretty cool. But let's go over Flex. They want to hear about Flex.
Yeah, gotcha. So let's see. First 100 spots for early gym rats are closed. So we missed that. That was over a week ago. Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, original thoughts. When I first joined, there it said 300 people, and it's been out for over a week. So that's lower than I'd like to see as far as like a hype play. And I do like to only play hype plays as far as like flipping and stuff. But if this is one of those slow burns, that could be a good one. Because one thing that is good about slow burns is that you're not likely to get botted, or you're not likely to get botted as much. So it's a little bit more fair if it is one of those sleeper plays. That's just my first thought, not knowing anything. 5% of the flex supply is allocated for the airdrop to OGs. That's pretty nice. That's a large percent, to be honest. In addition to this, first server boosters, probably already have that. Pre-sale details: 60 billion flex. OG pre-sale, 40% of the pre-sale, which is 24 billion. 50 to 25 ADA per transaction. Max cap is going to be 50K for the OGs. 1 ADA equals 480,000 flex if reached max cap. Okay. Let me see. Roadmap. Let me make this a little bigger for y'all. Twitter and Discord launch. Build a community of gym rats. Do we know who's running this? Sex listing. Is it that easy to get on a S or a CEX, or is this like just saying they're going to attempt it?
Well, so it could be as big or small as you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? Like a centralized exchange could be like an off-brand like listing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's some
Still, though,
smaller
like
centralized exchanges, right?
but when Sneck released theirs, it went parabolic. Like everybody was like, "Holy crap, we're about to get so much liquidity," and they did. But I don't know if they got liquidity from that or if they got liquidity because of the thought of that.
The thought of that.
You know,
I would say it's the thought of that.
or at least maybe majority the thought of that.
Right.
One of those self-fulfilling prophecy type things.
I mean, it also helps that Sneck did have a good push there for a long time, dude. They they were on, I think they hit like a big website, I want to say. I don't know if it was like Fox News or Fox Business or like whatever. But they covered Cardano, and then they said meme coin season. They covered Pepe, and then they covered like Sneck and stuff like that as having like parabolic runs, which it definitely did. But yeah, the thing that I'm interested in, burn calories to earn flex.
So maybe it's going to be an app. So it'll probably be one of those maybe like step things that like
burn to earn, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty cool.
Yeah. Because what is it? Cycler is on Cardano. That is actually really cool, I think. And I don't know how much their NFTs are selling for. You know what I'm saying? I think they might be pretty high.
It's been a while since I checked in on them. Cycler NFT giveaway. Cycler NFT merchandise. Where is just Cycler? Is it Cycler like that? No.
It's something like that.
Huh? I don't know. How do you spell this? Somebody let me know. Come on.
Twitter might be the vibe, You
might be right. I just wanted to see the price of their NFTs.
CYC. Hey, there's me. Look what I just picked up.
Melty Crown Boy.
That's pretty dope, right?
These glasses remind me of the glasses from Utes. Are they not?
I don't think they have one like that.
Maybe not from Utes. Maybe
that
from
I've
something
seen.
Else. But no, this looks cool. Is Melty Crown Boy the name of the NFT?
No. It's oh shit. I just dropped something in my kid's room. I don't know what it was.
You're gonna have to buy him a new controller.
So that is a little known project. It's literally just art at this point. What is it? It's like Punked Out Dgens is what it's called. It's on Polygon.
Okay.
And I went like 141 NFTs deep into that thing.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you really believe in this, or is this like a little degen play?
It's a degen play. But yeah, it's if you looked it up, if you just type in Punked Out in Twitter, well, PUNKED.
I didn't know if they were trying to be snazzy without the
Punked Out NFT right down there, the second one. So they actually look like really cool.
Other movement to the world. Prices have gone down a bit. Grab your favorite punk. Yeah, Arrow wants to know the thoughts on Azuki as well with their Elements release.
Awful.
You don't like it?
Awful.
Didn't they do like 35 million in the first 15 minutes?
That doesn't matter. If you look at the art, it's the same thing. You're basically getting an Azuki, right? For 1.5 ETH right now. Or whatever it may be.
Is it the first one?
Yeah. So they are creating something cool, a very well done. Like if you look at it like that's really well done.
Yeah.
Anime, that's what they're creating.
Are they going to create a show or are they?
I believe so, yeah.
And I said this too because Voodoo posted this yesterday in my Discord, and I was like, it's really interesting to me that
Look
Cardano.
How cool that is.
It does look really cool. We don't have anything this good or like this far along on Cardano as far as anime NFTs, but I do find it interesting that all anime NFTs on Cardano just get the shit out of the stick. Like all of them. Nobody wants to invest in anime NFTs on Cardano. So when I saw that how much this did on Ethereum, like in 15 minutes, I was like, dude, this is insane. And I don't know, like you said, you don't like the art of the NFTs, but you see what's behind it. So do you really care about the art of the NFTs?
I think the art's great. Also, you're not following Invisible Friends or Bored Ape or Yuga Labs.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's absolutely egregious.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, dude, so if you look, okay, if you were to just type in like Azuki and then like doubles or like whatever, Azuki and then OGs or something like that, just hit enter and just filter the tweets by like latest or whatever. So these things were selling for like 16 ETH before this drop. And basically it took the same art, right? Which is good art. Like that looks cool, right? But for the elements or whatever, it took the same art, very minimal changes, anything like that, and just released it. It was a 2 ETH mint. So right away, that's like $3,400 each. Not to mention the gas wars at the time. Also, you're not following Demo from Mallard Order, the owner of Mallard Order. Oh my gosh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow. Anyway, so essentially what they did was they're making Azuki art, the same thing, Azuki art, and they're selling it essentially right now for like 1.5. So instead of taking the OG holders and being like, hey, we're going to take care of you guys, or like whatever, this is completely different art or whatever, it's literally the same art, but now it's just cheaper. So now people are going to buy, instead of buying the volume 1, they're going to buy the volume 2. Because it's only 1.5 ETH.
So it's going to decrease the value of the OGs then, yeah?
Right.
Yeah. So that's not making people very happy.
And just a terrible move. And I don't know how they're going to pivot unless they do some sort of art update, because there were duplicates in the collection as well. Their metadata is like been changed, like on some of them, but there's dupes in there, So I don't know. It was a mess. But keep scrolling. Azuki, you can look up Azuki like problem or something like that. Like it was well covered. And people were so upset, or Azuki Mint or whatever it is. And people give their horror stories, of like what happened.
Lacking in fresh utility. I can see this as a sign of evolution rather than setback. Oh. Sounds like this guy's somewhat bullish. Witnessing the disruption needed to fuel
innovative growth. I mean, that's fine.
Maybe this isn't the one.
But there were some people that, see, there it is. It's the Forge game for Bored Apes. It starts tomorrow.
Are you excited about that? You going to play it?
Yeah, of course I'm going to play it. I told you I'm going to play the shit out of it.
Hell yeah. Is it actually fun, though? Do you think it's actually going to be fun?
So it's going to start as like a pet game.
Okay.
And then, you're going to build like your home base. And then the home base opens like portals to where you go to like another dimension and fight like a dungeon crawler, almost like Diablo. If you've ever played that.
Yeah. I haven't played a lot of it, but I played like a few hours.
And then so it turns into like a dungeon crawler game.
Okay.
And then you get sucked back into the portal after collecting all these things, take it back, and then you improve your home for your heavy metal, right? And then people vote on your home, right? How attractive it is and stuff like that. People can visit your house or your forge that you build. If you have a second, click on the Bored Ape, whatever, and they released like a bunch of
click on here
info on it. Yeah, a game guide essentially. This is cool. Like watch that up there. Watch this. So this is cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the volume off, guys. But yeah.
So anyway, that's the heavy metal, right? Just playing around. Like it's like swiping on Tinder and stuff. Watch this. And so obviously fishing for stuff, that's part of the dungeon crawler element, right? Is you're going to have to go up against that thing essentially on the last portal. And so obviously you have time, and those are considered, I guess, seasons, I would imagine, you know.
Oh,
So
this
then
does look really cool.
you do like training and stuff like that, obviously, in the dungeons to take on the big guy. But there's going to be like six seasons of this, so it's going to be out for a little while.
Yeah. No, I don't see how this does poorly. You know, this looks awesome.
No, and look at that, the art, the
Yeah.
animation, just amazing. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing you're going to be going up against.
This looks like a really well done, like
How
early
sick is
2000s
that,
anime.
dude?
You know what
How
I mean?
sick is that?
It
And
looks
did you see?
amazing.
Wait, go back at the end. Okay,
Here?
go ahead. You can play it up until the second evolution. So it starts off as this. Look at what it turns into.
Oh, damn.
So that's what I'm getting.
Hmm.
And then on top of that, if you're ready for this, it evolves one more time after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you think it's going to be similar to the other evolutions, like not necessarily with Cardano, but we had like eggs and then everybody expected a certain thing. They didn't get it and then they dumped. Do you think that's a potential problem or issue that could arise?
I mean, it's possible, but the whole thing is like the value that you get out of these things and the rarity you get out of these things is solely based on your playtime and your community involvement.
So can you play as much as you want? Because I know a lot of people in games like NFT games have kind of wanted to create the somewhat mobile algorithmic play where you can only play for a certain amount of time or a certain amount of tokens. That way it kind of prevents botting and stuff like that.
Well, you only have so much energy, right? And then you're on a delay or your heavy metal goes to sleep and it has to rest a little bit. Now, you can wake your heavy metal up from a sleep, but he'll be in a bad mood and he won't be as productive, they said. And so if you have time, right, we can go to like down further. I'm going to that council meeting. Keep going down. So right here, this is the game guide. Click on the heavymetal.com. Yeah. And this is literally everything you need to know.
Yeah, I might have to just look into this a bit later. This looks extensive. But
Yeah,
this is cool.
hold on because it keeps going. You build your forge, right?
I like the art though. Like, oh, this doesn't look like an NFT game. This looks like
Yes.
a regular game.
You know why? Because the people behind it worked at like Activision. They were like the head of Activision, and now they joined Bored Apes or whatever. So you can see you can vote up and down, and then based on that, you evolve, and you get certain unlocks and other things like that. Keep going down. It'll just, you win
When
upgrades.
collect up to 6 amps. The more fame, the more rare the amp. You'll need at least 3 amps to unlock the next evolution.
Yep.
Okay. The Rift expansion. So I guess this is going to be coming, right? After 3 seasons? Okay.
Yep. There you go. And then there's more
there's
stuff.
classes and companions. Yeah. Okay. Now this looks really cool. Now I just wish I was rich so I could just buy these just to play.
Go down further. So get this is what it comes down to.
Pet me.
Getting started, taking care of your HV. Each one of these, if you click on it, has a huge amount of information.
Keeping your HV's mood high by clearing your space, petting him, letting him sleep, opening portals so your HV can have fun. Right. Okay.
And so these things do poop, so you have to clean up after it. Like almost like a Digimon sort of deal, Yeah. Or Tamagotchi or whatever the heck.
I know what you mean.
So if you hold on, let's get down to brass tacks, okay? Oh god, this is so hilarious.
In the chat, I see y'all talking about chilled Kongs. We'll get to it in a second.
We will talk about chilled Kongs 100%. There's no way I can't talk about chilled Kongs,
You can't not talk about chilled Kongs, right? Yeah.
So let's pretend like you wanted one of these right now. A floor one is very affordable.
How much?
1,500.
Okay. Do you need anything to go with him, like a land or?
Nope.
Okay. Just
You get
one and
this,
done.
and then you get access to the game tomorrow.
Okay. Now, do you think this is a buy the rumor, sell the news, or do you think these are going to continue to go up because everything looks so well done?
It's going to be a game. I think it's going to be an actual game, and it seems like there's going to be longevity to it. And then eventually, probably before Evo 3 or something like that, I might try to sell. You know
Fair.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And if I work it hard enough and I do well and I stick to the game and stuff like that, then by Evo 3 I should have pretty rare traits, and then hopefully I can sell a floor and then buy into
Something.
make the next play essentially.
Right.
But yeah, it's sleeping right there, and you can wake it up and be like, hey, get back to work or whatever. So yeah, it's I'm going to be honest with you. If you would have come in yesterday, it was at like 0.73. So it's gone up $200 to $300, $300, right?
Okay.
Since then. So I imagine these things, even before, because the game's tomorrow, might even have a price increase here pretty soon. And even the floor ones look pretty cool. So, and there's only 2% listed. So yeah.
Does make sense. When you wake him up early, he's going to be in a bad mood. Nobody
He's
likes
going to
being
be
woken up early.
He's going to be in a shit mood. So I'm going to be playing this game starting tomorrow, team no sleep or whatever. And so, yeah, I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah. No, this looks really freaking cool. I am interested. It's hard for me to spend that kind of money. So
I get it.
I'm going to be patient, but no, it looks cool. I'll probably watch either you play or somebody else play. Maybe I'll FOMO in, but it looks cool. We can talk about Chilled Kongs. I'll let you kind of lead off with that too, because I know your Chilled Kong story, and you're probably a little bit more invested.
Well, we're both Chilled Kongs.
We have
equally
one
invested right now.
We have, well, I have 0.5 of one, and you have the other 0.5.
Yes.
Yeah, and we still have the shroom. We never did anything with it.
Nope.
So
Chilled Kongs. Shit went down. Everybody left the project, right? And of course, it's like ripping right now.
It was at 850 like just half an hour ago.
Yeah.
So it came down a bit. But
yeah, because people are looking to offload.
Yeah.
I mean, if you buy right now, you're somebody's exit liquidity.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Like that's just the way it works. This is what I've learned in my 2 years, is that I do not buy right now. This is exit liquidity.
Well, they were 400 yesterday, right?
Right. They were like 400 something.
Yeah.
So everybody left. Ochi left. Deckard left. Okay. It got taken over by a boss cat billionaire, right, is the name. And he actually acquired pandas of some sort.
Okay.
I don't know. It was like a pandas project like a month or two ago. So it looks like he's just trying to like take over projects and maybe combine them. I don't know. Or maybe dissolve one into the other. I don't know what his plan is. I'm not a boss cat billionaire. So, yeah, to be quite honest with you, from what Arctic has said in conversations and stuff like that, when we're on space talking to each other, yeah, it was very much like they were very headstrong and they were going to slow rug Chilled Kongs. Those people, I guess, didn't have a whole lot of like business sense. They had like, art sense and like community somewhat driven stuff. But for the most part, they were gone anyway. I didn't see them in Discord or really active in chats, definitely not in spaces or on Twitter. The community ran that thing, and so originally Arctic and Ron were going to purchase it for like $30K, and then they were going to get most of the Magic Kongs mint, and then they were going to be like sayonara, and then they would have had a little bit of vesting interest towards the end, right? They would have like, I think 10% equity or whatever, but they would be a silent partner at that point. They would just get the money for it, right? For like a couple years or something like that. And so that got denied immediately, by Deckard. He thought it was a lowball offer. It was actually like a really decent offer, to be quite honest with you. But not compared to what they got now. So the offer that they did accept, lo and behold, they had like 1.7 mil in the treasury gone. Like, it's gone now. And
Did it
so
was it there and then it got bought out, so they took it and ran? Or how did it work?
from what I'm understanding is they were worried about the price of ADA, because Gensler came out and was like, this is a security, whatever. So they automatically, instead of being smart and holding on to that security, right, they sold it like a bunch of idiots and made it into a stable coin, which is now trackable government standard wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, game over, that's going to be on somebody's tax forms. And so, because you can't really evade that. There's no way. And so, nobody knows where that is. Not to say like they're not forthcoming or whatever, but in Bitcoin Billionaire hasn't really spoken that much about it, so everything's just kind of up in the air. I don't want to be like rumor milling shit. I'm just telling you what I know for a fact. They don't know where that money is. So I don't know if it's transferring from one to the other, but if we're being honest, BCB, right? Let's call them that, paid to get this company and take over, right? So they got even more ADA. And even if they leave him, 20%? That's still not a lot of funds to build like a dev team and proper marketing. So the question is, well, so how are we going to get capital for this project to continue and develop, to continue, number one, and number two, actually do something? Not like, dude, Chill Kongs didn't do anything. What did they do for the space? There were no tools there. There were no extras. We didn't develop anything, crazy. It was just literally just art and community. You know what I'm saying? So now the expectation is, well, we have to develop something. So they're getting rid of the stake pool. They're bringing more of a newer, like, kind of stake pool, with kind of like the more NFT-esque sort of stake pool. And so from what I'm understanding, and then they're just going to kind of modernize the project to where they're actually doing something with what they're doing. And so with the project. So I'm interested in it. I still think if BCB was wise, he would still, because they're so beloved by the community. If I was him, first people I would contact, guess who?
Bosscat, right?
Arctic and Ron.
Oh, okay.
Those are the first two I'd contact. Be like, hey, how do I get you on board?
Yeah.
Because now that Deckard and Ochi are gone, and there's still one person, Solarte, which is fine. That person's like an artist slash, community like person, right? And so those are the first two people. If he hasn't already contacted with them, and I asked Arctic this morning, I was like, would you be open to that? And he's like, sure, and I would do it for free.
That's what's up.
So yeah.
I mean, I don't know. My opinion on it is just very basic. It's just, they were a project that was hyped. They lost a lot of hype. Now there's a bunch of speculation. It's taken over by somebody who people do like, and they're are cool ideas that could pop it off in the future, but I'm not going to buy it now after it almost doubled in a day. I'm just going to kind of continue to wait it out. And I think there's better projects or safer projects, quote unquote, to buy than to throw your money back into chilled Kongs that are trying to rejuvenate. It's like, why don't you just put your money into something that's already there, already doing well? Like, and I say this all the time too with like stocks, and my parents, we talk about stocks all the time. And my mom wanted to buy into Rivian. And I was like, please, for the love of God, don't do it. Like, because she wanted to buy it on IPO day. And she did. And I was like, why? I like told you not to do that. And she was like, oh, I just bought like 2 or 3 shares. And it's just like, well, now you're down like $500. Like, why would you? It's like, well, I don't care.
It's gone.
It'll go back up. It's like, yeah, but you could have put that in and towards the bottom. Like, you never buy IPO. Like, even, and she knows that. Like, we've discussed this. So I just think
people that are going to dump on you on that day.
Yeah. I just think there's safer plays, especially during a bear market. It's so easy to just buy the projects that are solid, that are down, rather than try to buy, like the next best thing, or try to buy something that's going to be rejuvenated later on. This may be one of those cool plays. If you want to speculate, that's fine. But I just think
that FOMO hat just got put on the market. Go down one.
This one?
Well, the Chef FOMO. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, instead of buying chilled Kongs after it just doubled as far as like recently.
Go down. Keep going down. See, like, look, how much percent is that?
What?
1,050.
Okay. That's volume percent though, right? That's not
right. That's not floor percent. That's volume percent, right? So that means there's heavy buy pressure right now. Like, look at Magic Kongs, 1055.
Yeah.
People are buying everything. This is the last thing you want to do is buy.
Right. I think so anyways. And yeah, this isn't the peak of chilled Kongs. The peak was months and months and months ago.
What the hell is unknown?
I think if I had to guess, this is Tappy. I think there's just some errors with there's just some errors with JPEG right now. So basically it's going to be a mountain to get over. Yeah, absolutely. I think this is hype being bought up right now. And the next stage is going to be execution. Did they do it? How well did they do it? Did people believe it? And how fast did it happen? So you're really going to have to wait for those things to take effect until the next pump comes. That's what I think.
ITOs are ripping a little bit.
Makasi's, been doing very well. Mulga Kongs just had an announcement today that, or maybe it was yesterday, but they're going to be releasing a Tiger airdrop. So if you hold a Mulga Kong, it's a 1-to-1. So if you have 2 Mulgas, you're going to get 2 Tigers. And their Tigers look just as cool as the Kongs, in my opinion.
It's free real estate.
Yeah. So, I mean, here's the play too, though, is we've talked about airdrops before, and we always say that airdrops, aren't the best for a project. And I think as far as this being an art play, if you just make more art, you're probably going to get both of these halved. Like the Tigers will probably be worth 100 and the Mulga Kongs will probably be worth 100 at the end of it. That's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong. I said the same thing about Quick, and Quick went parabolic. So who knows? But I do think this is going to be one of those where if you're holding 10, maybe you sell 5 here on the pump, you get your 5 Tigers and you just kind of play it. But I would take some profits because airdrops are always risky.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
I sold some Mulgas last night. What I could. My least favorite, right? Sold them. I still have some on the secondary right now. If they sell, they sell. I don't really, it's whatever. But I'm looking to keep at least 1. But I had 12, so
sold 6.
Yeah, the problem is like, well, so Errol, it just depends. Like I said, you can do an airdrop, and if it's 1-to-1, that's fine, But you have to make sure that you hold 2 Mulgas, right? Because the point is like, because what you're going to do is you're going to hold 2 Mulgas, right? Let's say I do the 209 and 215, right? Like I buy those, right? Then I'm going to get, or wait, 19. Oh, wow.
These are the cheaper ones.
So 190, 199. Let's pretend like those are the ones I want, okay? So what they're going to do is they're going to give me 2 Tigers. I immediately sell 1 Mulga, 2 Tigers. The 2 Tigers are 100% profit, and hopefully that covers the initial cost of the first one. Number 1, I could get a rare one, which is unlikely, but it is possible, right? And then you can sell that for whatever and then just be done, right? And be happy. But I would sell the 3 assets, right? And keep your 1 original. That's the point. But if you're doing an airdrop, how I would do an airdrop now, and especially if it's like diluting the project, is I would just airdrop 2 to every first holder, right? So you're doubling you're actually 66%ing increase in your holdership, right?
Like total assets.
Total assets, right? And so that means more people can get in, but first you have to have the hype gravy train in, right? And you're also providing liquidity for your original holders, right? Which is always great. That's always going to make them more steadfast in your project. If this project can make me money, I love it. Great. I think that's a good play, but again, it depends on how they handle the airdrops. Most people handle airdrops like kind of like this, a 1-to-1 or maybe,
I mean, I don't even mind the airdrop. I think, though, it came so soon after the mint. And sometimes you want that because you want to maintain your hype.
Yeah.
But so soon. It's so soon.
Well, he already had it.
Sure. It may have already been planned, but still.
So if you're thinking like, I mean, the idea is, if he has 5,000, right? Who's to say he didn't have another collection of 5,000 afterwards, that originally he was supposed to be like Kongs versus Tigers or like whatever. It was going to be a battle, or maybe he was originally going to release 10,000 or whatever. So he had both art projects ready, but then the first one went so well that he was just like, we'll airdrop this or whatever. Or the airdrop could have been the whole time. Like, who knows? But he already had the art ready. Like, he's an artist, right?
I think clearly he did because it's already being released, right?
Right.
But my thing is, if they said it up front, right? If they were like, hey, we're going to be giving you an airdrop after you mint this, like in a week or two, I think that these would have went even stronger as an initial push. And I think that people would have already had it kind of priced in and they wouldn't be, maybe thinking about selling now or selling later. I think it could have already been priced in.
I mean, maybe, but people always do the opposite shit of what I'm thinking they're going to do.
That's true.
So like people could have thought, oh, well, I'm just going to get free airdrop later. Let me drop the price of this because I'll recoup it on the airdrop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Who knows? Who has the answers? I certainly don't, of what this market's going to do. But sometimes diluting is good. In this case, this is the first like kind of like hyped up mint we've had in a while.
Other than Tappy.
What?
Other than Tappy.
Tappy, yeah.
Tappy went crazy.
Like, people shit on that all day, didn't they?
They did at first, but it was because people knew that after a year they were going to be essentially worthless because it was originally a 1-year subscription. But then they said if you hold 5, then it'll be permanent. And they were like, okay, well now there's permanent value. And that's what helped them out so much.
Gotcha.
And maybe that was a marketing thing too. Maybe they knew that they were going to do that last second. Doubtful, but maybe.
I do like the Mulga art though.
I do too.
It grew on me pretty hard.
Yeah. I think first look, I was just like, oh, somebody like trying to be a little unique, not going to lie. And then I looked at it though, and I was like, well, it actually is though. You don't have to try to be unique if it is. So I think I just had a negative outlook on it originally because it was an NFT during a bad NFT minting time. Yeah. And I was just like, oh, I'm just not even going to really look into it. If you like WMT, CTV bought an Earth node and is going to distribute profits to CTV Earth Vault holders.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. What is CTV? What does that stand for?
What does it stand for?
I don't know. Let us know, big dog or B-dog.
CTV. Earth Vault holders. Look up Earth Vault.
Well, I know the Earth node's been going crazy. These were at 100K at one point, but recently they just popped back up.
I mean, still, you're getting an Earth node, 73K. I would drop mine to 50 and just forget about it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Live
Yeah.
high off the hog.
Where was Tap Tools? We get that back up. WMT, I think, has like one of the highest volumes for coins on Cardano. Why is it freezing on me? There we go. Yeah, they have 5 million ADA in their pool. Oh, it's dumping a little bit.
Oh wow.
Right now. Nothing too crazy. It's a bit strong, but nothing too crazy. It's been lower. No, that's cool. I like that people are starting to do like passive income stuff. I think after Goofy Gophers came out and talked about all the coins that they'll be mining and giving out to people, and they went so strong. Like they were at a 1K floor the other day, and they minted for what 300.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, that's really high, including myself. And they just went crazy.
Yeah.
But still, though, in my mind, there's no proof yet. Like they proved that they bought the miners. That's true, but they haven't given anything back yet. You know what I mean?
I think
I'm
they
still
have.
Have they? I could be wrong then.
I'm pretty sure they have. Or if not, they've said this is what you will be receiving.
Okay.
As of right now.
Well, then that makes sense why they went so strong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because definitely the proof is in the pudding, right? And if it's
right.
But from what I'm understanding is they actually did distribute something.
Let me see. And maybe that's why they went so strong too, because Bitcoin was going so strong. So people were like, oh, cool. Like my airdrop's going to be worth more. Let me see where them goofies at. Man, they used to be at the top.
Dude, I got to find a plug. Oh my goodness. Not that kind of plug, you weirdo. Damn.
Let's see. Maybe they made an announcement on it. Voltaire. If anybody knows in the chat too, you can just save me the time. You can cast your vote. Team. Oh, so they're opening up their kingdom in June. Wallet connectivity is working seamlessly. You can see a few examples of how we will dynamically visualize the mining data based on current and historical prices.
The old Juniper room.
Let's see. So, okay. So this is where they're showing how much they mined. But no. So I don't think yeah, I know there's so many notifications. I do like that though, because the other argument is they're not like communicating enough. So I'd rather have over communication than under communication. B-Dog says CTV is Cardano tokens vault. Gotcha. But yeah, they said, I believe last time, like when I first looked into Goofy miners, they said that they would be taking the first 6 months or so profit and putting it back in so that they could buy more miners. So I don't think that they have distributed anything yet.
So we're all waiting and building then.
I believe. But at least they're showing you, what exactly has been mined. They're showing you in a dollar percentage how much it costs for the electric profit. That's cool. That is pretty cool.
Let me use the restroom real quick, and I'm going to try to find a plug.
Yeah, got you.
So hold on. I'll be right back.
Clean's going to come back with the fattest joint. Total profitability, mined. Oh, these are cool to look at. I just know that there were other projects on, I want to say, Solana and Ethereum that tried to do similar things, and they went kind of strong and then fell back down. So I'm just hoping that this one isn't one that falls back down. Let me see. What else do we have on the list for today? We had, I think we covered pretty much everything. I'll have to wait for Clean to get back if he had anything else. If there's anything that you guys want me to cover too, just let me know. I do want to know too if anybody has noticed the mic quality. Has it been better, than my previous mic? Because I'm hoping so. I'm only gonna know when I go back and listen though. And then let me see. We can go back to Flexcoin for a little bit. Okay, so they're not doxed, but it looks like they prepare to be doxed or plan on being doxed at some point. Let's see if there's any other project. I know we were going to talk a little bit about Makosi as well. It's been much better now. That's awesome. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Cool. I appreciate it. Yeah, I went back. I haven't listened to one of my podcasts in a while just because I hate hearing my voice. And I went back and I listened to one because I wanted to show my brother one of the Baccarats that oh, I feel bad for forgetting his name, but I just had him on, the founder of Worlds Within. And I was showing him the Baccarats and I was listening to my voice and I was like, there's no way. Who's gonna listen to me with my voice like this? Like there's no way. And I went, you know, a little crazy. I was like, all right, I'm buying a mic today. Space Buds have been doing the thing too. Back to 2400. I'm pretty glad that I bought another one. I think I showed you guys that I bought another one. Actually, let me show you guys the one that I bought. I know Korn's been doing the thing too. We had Mutants take a small like weekly pop off and came back down. Yeah, here he is. He's a tiger. He's got
Dude,
the
I'm
little
telling
pennant.
you, the amulet's so nice. The tiger's nice. No nameplate. Good choice. Seriously, good choice.
Yeah, I hit you up for it. I was like, hey man, I need your help. Like, let me know which one I should buy off the floor. And this one was like a little bit off the floor. I think it was 2300 or 2200 that I got them for.
Right.
Yeah. So now they're at, minimum about 2400 almost. I just really hope these go parabolic again, man, because these deserve to be higher in my opinion.
Right. I mean, first 10K.
Right?
Historical value.
Exactly.
So
They were at 7.2 or 7.5 at their peak. Like, come on, man.
higher than that.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, it was at least 9K.
Yeah, they deserve to at least be 4 or 5K, I think. But I say the same thing about Clay's every time I see him too. But they just never seem to quite pop off. I know Clay launched, I believe today, they had their ledger come out, the Clay ledger. I know that that's not like super hype enough to boost them, but it's cool that they partner with Ledger and they're doing their thing, you know?
Yeah, they actually came out with a couple animations as well. One with the Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk fight. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. Is that on
That
Twitter?
one's funny. That one's funny. They did a good job. They did a really good job. Clay Nation. You had it up there, right there.
See, is this it?
Okay, they're doing these. Yeah, like they're doing these. It's pretty cool.
What do you think about the Elon Musk fight? Because a lot of people are like, oh, that's going to be a bad image for them to fight. Like, no matter if he loses or wins, like he's just being ridiculous. I don't know. I think it's just like
Why they're
whatever,
gonna have
to be honest.
headgear? It'll be hyped. It'll raise money for charity. Like it's good. There it is. The ultimate Clay showdown right there. 4 hours ago.
Oh, let's go. You saw that Musk was training with what's that guy's name? I can't remember. He was training with like a martial artist, and he actually did a takedown on him.
Yeah, he
And
was training with Lex Friedman, who's a
that's it.
podcaster. Yes. And
Yeah.
does MMA.
Right. And obviously he's training him. He let him take him down. But still, like, he was somewhat impressed, or at least said that he was on his tweet.
Who do you want to win?
I mean, not Mark.
You don't want the Zuck to win?
Absolutely not. I think it'd be one hell of an underdog story. But like, I don't see how Musk could lose. I also like Musk as a
Wait,
person.
can we bring up
better.
their Wikipedia? How tall is Zuck? Is he like 5'8"? Oh, there it is. Beautiful. Right there. Dude, get a heavy metal. Let's play this together.
I'm down. Just send me like $2,000. I got you.
Okay.
Appreciate
all
it.
right.
Appreciate it. Elon Musk, how tall is the
6
top
foot
billionaire?
1.5.
Yep, 6 feet 2 inches.
So
That's crazy.
he's as tall as I am.
I think he weighs like what, 230 somewhere around there?
Gotta
240?
be. Gotta be 240 at least, yeah.
And then what about Marky Mark?
What about Zuckerberg?
I'm definitely gonna watch it. I can't wait to watch
Not
it. 5'8".
Mark.
Oh, not Wahlberg.
Mark Zuckerberg. He's 5'7". Oh my god.
Dude, he's got no reach. There's no shot. Also, I think it's really funny that he did the walrus on him. That's really funny. If y'all don't know, Elon went on I don't remember whose podcast, maybe Joe Rogan's or somebody, but he said he had the move the walrus where he's like, it's undefeatable. Like I just lay on you and I win. And I mean, against a 5'7" Mark, you probably will.
Yeah, he's got him. There's no way Musk. Well, okay, so here's the thing. Elon is older,
That's true. Mark is 39, I want to say, and Musk
and
is like 53.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Zuckerberg is like sneaky fit and sneaky, like he could have trained on some weird MMA shit this entire time. We don't know. He could be sneaky athletic. He could be sneaky MMA, like Mark Zuckerberg training.
Yeah, it's just I'm asking about Mark and all he's talking about is Elon. That's hilarious. Wait, Mark Zuckerberg also was versus.
Yeah, I mean, let's take a look. Wait.
I'll get demonetized. It's fine.
All right, you know what I said about him being sneaky athletic or whatever? I lied. Like I'm looking at this and this is
I mean, he's not just like a little nerd, it looks like from here,
No,
right?
he is a nerd.
Well,
Don't
obviously.
you ever say that again.
Obviously. But what I'm saying is he has some muscles. You know what I'm saying? He has more muscles than I thought he did.
Yeah. I'm
I
telling
don't
you,
know,
he might
man.
be sneaky. This could be a little bit, and they're gonna have headgear, right?
You know, Musk, I could see Musk getting tired pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
I could see, kind of Mark doing the whole Rocky, just let him get a few hits in, just
Tire
hit me a
himself
few
out,
times,
dude.
get tired, and just come out and just hit him a few times. He's too tired to stand, and boom, technical
That's
win.
it. Done.
I could see it. I could see, because when is it? We don't have a date, do we?
No, there's no date. It's just a rumor.
Because if we had a date,
Dana White's talking about it, sponsoring it or whatever.
let's say they have 3 to 4 months and they both train hard and they both get into it's probably their peak, right? Performance that they've ever been in their life.
Sure, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know their younger life, but maybe their peak. I don't know. It'd be an interesting fight. I think Mark, he might need to put on a little bit more weight. And I think Elon, he needs to maybe lose a little bit more weight, get his stamina up. But if he wants to do the walrus, maybe he just, starts just chugging, like protein shakes and getting those burritos down, and he just makes the walrus a stronger move. I don't know. Maybe he doubles down on the fat.
I have this move. It's called the walrus, and I just lay on you and you die. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
It is pretty funny.
I would like to see it. I'm telling you, as far as pay-per-view events go, is there any way that this wouldn't be the highest watched pay-per-view?
I don't know. Probably not, right? It'd be up there. It'd be up there for sure.
100%.
And as a Tesla investor, a lot of people are worried, but like I just don't see why. Like Musk has always done these obscure things. If you were worried about Musk doing something that was going to ruin the reputation of the company you're investing in, you just shouldn't be invested in Tesla. You know what I mean? Like it happens every year. There's something. He smoked a joint on Joe Rogan, or he went on to SNL, and now he's about to fight Mark Zuckerberg. Like, bro, these are going to continue to happen. This is never going to go away. Harissa is much better than Jake Paul. For sure.
Yeah, for sure. More watchable, I think.
Yeah.
I just I'm interested in see what's going on this week. Is anything else going this week?
Let me see. Where's the best place to go to figure out what's happening?
So you won't be here this week. Next week.
No, I'm leaving tomorrow. I'll be gone for about a week. I don't know when I'm getting back. Because we don't know when she's going to leave, and we want to also be there for the funeral. Anybody who came late, just watch the beginning. Yeah, I don't know how long I'll be there. I'm going to be with family, so I don't mind if I'm there for a long time, but just unsure.
Are you gonna smoke weed? How are you gonna smoke weed?
I've actually quit smoking weed last week, so I'm
Oh,
sober.
wow.
Yeah, but it's legal in Massachusetts. I almost said it's legal in marijuana. It's legal in Massachusetts.
Legal in marijuana, boy.
So I may, because when my grandma passed, I was smoking, and it was really hard for me to like get over it regardless of smoking. My mind never left it, and it
Right.
actually just gave me a headache and made it worse.
Okay.
So I may not do it at all, but because Massachusetts is legal, I may walk into like a dispensary on one of my better days and be like, "Hey, this may be weird, but is there like weed for people who like, are emotional and like they don't want to get a headache?"
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know.
Maybe just some indica or something like that,
Yeah.
or a hybrid or something,
Yeah. But
maybe
it'll
some
be
gummies.
pretty.
They'll full body relax. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that might be too strong. Well, edibles are crazy, but
They are, but they relax your entire body.
yeah. And I appreciate you, Arrow, and I appreciate you, Mikey.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a great person. So, and what's really cool, in my opinion, about it is that this isn't one of those like, oh, she's like in her 60s or 70s. Like, no, she's in her 90s, She's
Wait,
very,
what?
yeah, she's in her 90s. So
Yeah.
it's not a sadness in that way. It's really like I thought about like if somebody asked me how I was feeling. I don't know. I feel like sad. I feel happy. I feel frustrated because like I don't want her to leave, like, but
Dude, she had a
she's
full ass
90.
life.
Yeah. Yeah. She had a full ass life. She devoted herself to her beliefs for her entire life, never strayed. And I think that that's why she lived so long. She knew herself and was very comfortable with herself forever, or maybe not forever. At some point, she had to, maybe make that decision. But once she made it, she never looked back. And I respect that so much. So, yeah,
Dude,
she lived a
weird
beautiful life.
weird thing. I don't know. We're talking about family. I found this out on Twitter the other day because I'm not very uh I'm not very like into my family and stuff like that. Do you know what the Daily Wire is?
Yeah.
My cousin, who I don't talk to, and I'll tell you the reason why, is the Italian correspondent for the Daily Wire. She has full-on conversations with like Ben Shapiro and
Huh.
shit. And the way I found out was Ben Shapiro retweeted her tweet. Look up Bree, Bree, and then space and then DAIL. Hey, there's Drew Brees. That's her. That
That's
is my
your
cousin. Yes.
Hmm.
She is the Rome correspondent for the Daily Wire.
What are her beliefs?
She's Catholic. She's straight up Catholic. She was in monastery or whatever. Not monastery, whatever it is, where nuns go, which why this is like blowing my mind right now. And so she was doing that, and she still lives in Rome and stuff like that. And it's just crazy that she got retweeted by Ben Shapiro, and that's how I found out she works for them.
That is crazy. So you just never knew. Like you don't talk to her at all, I guess.
No. So what happened was my grandfather passed away, and my grandmother passed first. They were born in like 1913. Okay. They had a full ass life. We're talking like 86, 87 years old, right? Went through world wars, you know what I'm saying? Saw everything, dude. They saw Biggie, Tupac, everything. And so like I'm sitting there and we're at the funeral or whatever, and she's singing because she's a really good singer, and she's singing at the funeral, which is great. Come to find out, she charged the estate $75 to sing at the funeral of my grandparents. You're muted.
You did tell me about this, but yeah, continue.
This is that girl. And so I have not spoken to her since then. And I'm not going to speak to her, obviously. Because
Yeah.
for me, that's just like crossing a line. And so we've
Yeah.
never talked since. And I'm sure, some other grimy shit went down that I'm not privy to that information, but you know what I mean? That maybe my mom did and my aunt did and like whatever. I don't really care. I just judge people based on like what they do. And I'm sure I know for a fact my mom has her faults and shit like that. And, everybody does. But like, if I hear about that sort of stuff, like you don't come back from that in my
Yeah.
mind.
It just bothers you too much.
Right.
I understand that. Yeah. Did want to say what's up to Ben though. What up, homie?
What up, Ben?
He said, long time no see, food evening. No, I'm just playing. He said good evening.
Good evening.
Smash that like.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
appreciate you, homie.
Yo, wasn't Ben involved in some drama?
Were you
Ben,
involved in
weren't you
drama,
getting
Ben?
snippy? Weren't you getting snippy with somebody the other day on Twitter? You was firing off shots. I'm not trying to bring up some drama here, but it is kind of fun to talk about. I think he was getting snippy with somebody.
Who was it?
I don't know. I'm gonna find it out though.
I'm always in some drama.
Yeah, it's true. He's
Fair
probably
enough.
laughing. He's got,
Fair
bro.
enough.
Ben has such an infectious laugh. It's so funny. Yeah.
I love Ben, man.
Yeah, he's
and
good.
he does have one of those laughs. Once he starts laughing, it's like a wholesome like a laugh. Do you know what I mean?
Like he laughs with his whole body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it comes from deep within his belly.
Like I don't think he's capable of just like a little like, you know what I mean? Like it's always like a full-hearted laugh. I love it.
Yeah. He's cool as shit. Way to go! Shout out to Ben. Shout out to Bad Fox. Like, what's up? I bought a clay Good Charlotte clay.
Recently?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
They are great laughs. Yeah. Wait, hold up. Which one?
It was through my DMs. It was DMs on there.
All right, let me go through the DMs on a separate page so I don't see all your
just,
nudes.
I think it was only for like $5.85. I thought that was the bottom. I'd like to know what the bottom is now. To see if like I messed up. I couldn't imagine it being.
Nah, dude, you did not buy it anytime. You didn't send it in my DMs.
I did.
Maybe it was last month.
No, it was like last week. $5.85. The floor is still $5.85. I swear to God.
Not in my DMs.
The clay floor goes up and then down and then straight back and then sideways. I just sent it to you like last week.
You want to send it to me again? We can do that, or we can just go look up the number
on Discord.
I'm telling you, I just went through all the DMs. I don't see it,
bro. You and me are about to fight.
I don't see it
for real.
I don't know, man. Maybe you trying to make me look bad by deleting it and then telling me that I don't remember our conversations. Hold up. So you bought a Good Charlotte. You know the number?
Hold on. Where is this?
These were down to like $4.90 at one point, I want to say.
Dude, we talked about Eco Nikos. Good night. That was like, how long ago was that?
I don't know, man. You're just getting old, you know?
Hold on. I didn't sell it. Get out of here. There's us going over your amulet. There's you buying the Taz.
Yep.
Did I not send it?
Dana White will ref your fight. What? You guys get the clay ledger? I did not get the clay ledger. I just bought a ledger like a few months back, so it's just unfortunate. Like I'm not going to buy another one. Not this soon anyways.
Who the hell did I send this to?
Oh, there's 500 limited units. I didn't know there was a limit on them. I bought too many things, Clay. If clays go parabolic in the future, I'm more than prepared. I personally just don't need any more clay stuff at the moment. I got the cards. I bought 3 of those card packs. I have eventually this room. I mean, you think I'm in a good room, but I'm not. Eventually, this room that I'm in, this basement, is gonna have walls put up. There's no walls put up in my basement, but once there are, I'm gonna be hanging up my clay NFT touchable. I'm gonna put up the clay cards probably on like a shelf behind me. I'm get some lights, set it all up, make it look good. But yeah, I have a lot of clay stuff.
3365. This ugly son of a bitch.
3365.
That's him. That's That's what I
Okay.
bought. It's for $585. I swear to God, I messaged you and I was like, $585. I think this is super cheap. So I decided to get back in.
I think I remember you telling me, but I don't think you sent a picture.
Did I not?
Maybe not. But no, he looks pretty cool. I think all the GCs look cool, so it's hard for me to really.
I do like the good Charlottes. I like good Charlottes more, and I've said this. I like the good Charlottes more so than the actual Clay Nation.
And that's just how it is, right? Because you can always learn from what happened, how to make it better, and what you liked and what others liked. So,
yep.
But Ben's saying the Ledger Stacks was going to be my first, is delayed by 3 months now. So the Clay Nano is going to be my first instead. Okay. That's pretty cool. What do they look like? Do they look any different?
So they were holding one, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sweet. This has like a retro feel to it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm talking about? Like those retro Game Boys.
Well, no. So the Game Boys were like that, and then those telephones back in the day where you could see through.
I don't know. That's beyond me.
See,
I don't remember telephones.
We're talking like straight that. 80s, 90s shit, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. But Game Boys used to be the same way. They used to have that protective case where you could see through everything, and you know.
He said the Bix comes with a gift.
Okay.
What's the gift? Just random?
But if you were at CNFT, right, they were handing out cassette tapes.
Yeah.
They were handing out cassette tapes and stuff like that.
Clay
that
was?
You could buy. Clay Nation was, with like songs and shit like that. It's pretty cool. Not bad. Mm-hmm. But they definitely have this like retro sort of feel to them.
Actually, while you're here, Ben, what do you think about the Chilled Kong takeover? Are you bullish? You don't care? You got to wait and see? I'm just curious how you feel.
He immediately laughs.
Or he just leaves. He's just like, I'm not getting into this. Enough drama for today.
And enough drama. Thank you. No, he was like legit online yelling at somebody.
Or he's like, yeah, more drama. Sweet. Bring it on. Fuck.
Talking about builders or something like that.
I was bullish the minute Oxy left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew he'd want the smoke.
Once Ochi left.
He was the reason I bailed.
Yeah,
okay.
I feel that. Now Deckard's gone, so it's kind of like it is what it is. You know, there's no art coming down the pipeline, right? Like it just is what it is, right? And so you don't have to worry about that. My question is like, well, if they don't have any money, what are they going to be able to do? Because now they have to produce something, right? Whether it be marketing or like whatever it is, right? Community management. It would be great if the craziest thing, and I'll tell him he's got to do this. Either he's got to find somebody to join Twitter Spaces or not. I mean, take a week, figure out a plan, and then roll with it, and then run. Like just start Twitter Spaces every single day, like joining in on them with everybody. Be like, here's what we're doing. This is what we're doing. You know, sorry about, previous holders' sentiment, this, that, and the other, but we're here to build something. And so, and be honest, just be like, previous crew was not doing jack diddly squat, nothing. They didn't do nothing. They had all these funds, nothing. So.
But I'm curious now, what do you think? Because I always thought Yumi was going to outdo Makasi. And now I'm like kind of flip-flopping on that. Like, what is everybody's opinion on that? Do you think Yumi is kind of done, or Yumi is still good, but Makosi is better? Like, how's everybody kind of feeling?
Dude, Makosi is literally just providing shit. That's all they're doing, right? So, dude, they already have a game out. It's I mean, you saw it. In fact, you can play it if you want to.
Yeah, let me go check that out. I also saw that I could hit up AJ Goldman and he could give me access to like a demo version.
Right.
And I'm probably I was gonna do that this week, but I'm probably gonna wait till either next week or whatever. And it may be like irrelevant by that time, but I don't think so.
And then they're having a PvP. Right. So we're having two different things, right? It's not just this game right now. Then there's going to be a PvP battle. I think this could actually be really decently big.
Ben says Yumi is a card game. Mikosi is at least fun and earns money.
That's true.
Fair
Hot take,
enough.
Ben.
I do like card games, but there's nothing to actually play yet. So,
Right.
yeah.
And so I think I'm going to be honest with you, dude. If you want to throw like 2K in there with me, we can go in and just get like a little starter pack and see what happens. Play the game, have fun, chill. Also, he said that all we have to have in order to play is the login for the website. So to be quite honest with you, it doesn't connect to, your wallet. It's not dependent upon your wallet in order to play the game.
Okay.
All we would have to do with each other is share login, and then it would go towards those assets and stuff.
Okay. But we still need to hold something to get like decent rewards, right?
Right. Like when I told you the other night, I think what I was looking at, right, was a build that was very much like what he said, except with higher yield, higher harvesting yield, right? So we're talking like 8x harvesting yield on each single one. I mean, he's talking about floor Mikosis with floor lands, and I wasn't buying floor lands. I was buying like heavily looked at, like, okay, I'm yielding more.
He was saying that there were some decent gems, like just a little bit above floor.
I saw some at like 440, 450, that were just killing it. And obviously, the better the multiplier, the better it was. Every multiplier I was looking at was like 5 to 8%, 5 or 8x.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it does look pretty cool. Graphics aren't top notch, but I mean, it's like they're not bad at all. I'm just saying, like, because we came from looking at the HVTMLs or whatever. So, like, obviously, you can't compare that, is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
But it looks cool. Like, this looks like what they're aiming for. Like, this is a Mikosi design. It's not going to be that, like, ultra realistic what you're looking for, if that's what you're looking for.
Right. Trending, OG Azuki. What does that say? On the trending, you want to see it? See if there's any drama. That's all it's saying.
The meta has changed. OG Azuki becomes more like store of value. This will enjoy priority airdrop mint and probably receive a higher yield when the metaverse token is announced. Are people still bullish on metaverses?
No. Metaverse so last year, bro.
I know. That's why I feel like you just kind of shouldn't say it. You know what I mean? Like, we know that NFT games are a hard sale to people. So you don't say it's an NFT game. You say you're making a game, and then you tell them it's an NFT game if they ask.
Yeah.
I don't know. That word is like such a negative buzzword right now. It always, it has been for the last year.
Facebook is no longer Meta. It's Facebook again.
But it all, like, metaverse was before Facebook. Facebook took it and tried to run with it. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And the fact that Facebook didn't want to do it and it failed, like, that's not a reason why metaverses are going to fail. Facebook failed because their metaverse sucked. Like, their first rendition of it was horrible. They had a horrible first impression.
It was bad.
I don't know. I feel like I'm happy that it didn't work with Facebook because I don't want Facebook to be the metaverse that takes over. If there's going to be a metaverse, I would love for it to be Sandbox or, Pavia or whoever makes it work.
Why? I don't understand why it's not showing the problems that people had. Because there's Frank. Frank follows me. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. But this is, Lex is saying, I don't know who this is, but is blindly agree with stupidly positive copium takes a requirement to being a founder and not getting fudded. This is copium. They just aggressively diluted their holders by 3x. This is a stock split with no extra stock given. There's that negativity you're looking for.
But that is true. That's what they did.
Yeah. 59 minutes ago. But yeah, I think we covered pretty much everything. I do want to look into Mikosi. I don't really have a whole lot of time to do that now, but in the next few weeks, I'll try to get something together. I also wanted to make a video on Risk, but I did talk about it in this video at least. So if anybody wants to watch that, you can go watch that. But basically, in summary, it's a game of Risk. If you've ever played the board game Risk, it's going to be like that. Not exactly. And it's going to be Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum, like, you know, those types of things against, I guess, whoever you're playing. But yeah, it's like a board game. There's going to be NFTs as well. They're minting middle of July, 500 OGs, 1K max per 1K ADA max per wallet, and then unsure of the total allocation for public. And It's going to be run by Ultimate CNFT, Johnny Tran, and Showtime. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I had. Do you have anything else that you wanted to cover?
Nothing. Youth season 2 is coming up. D-God season 3. From what it seems like with Azuki screwing up, Bored Apes like falling and plummeting, right? If from what I'm understanding, the people that I've seen the previews and stuff like that and everything that's coming down the pipeline, if they knock this out of the park, dude, they're gonna go on a freaking run.
I almost pulled the trigger on that Ute, bro. I almost did it. I almost, sent over my Cardano, turned it into ETH and did it, but I was just like, I don't know.
No, just buy an ape. Wait till after. There's always a time to get in after. I mean, don't quote me on that. Like, I feel like the floor price is only going to go up, me as being a blind holder. But I mean, we're sitting here at like 1.8 ETH. It's been hovering around 1.8, 1.7 to 2, for months, ever since the merge, right? And so they just need some sort of news or some sort of proof, like, here's what we're doing. And then boom, like, it'll be the next leg up. But I think D-Gods are on a tear right now. They're killing it.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
And they said too, I listened to that video, I think it was like 3 or 4 months old. They said that they were going to be focusing, or at the moment they're focusing on D-Gods, then they focus on Utes, and then they focus on D-Gods, and they kind of go back and forth. Yep. But they said that they don't want to do that. So what they're going to do in the future after this next announcement, whenever that is they're going to have a team to work on both simultaneously, which is good to hear.
Right. And so, I'm bullish as ever on it. I think it's going to be good, But again, I'm playing the heavy metal game tomorrow. I'll let you know how it is.
Hell yeah.
And hopefully I can get some cool shit. I think, but I still think Mikosi might be a play that we should look into, Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to ask actually the chat's opinion on this. Maybe somebody knows, because initially I heard you can make 10K passively. That's what AJ Goldman's making. Obviously, he probably owns like 50, 80, 90, whatever NFTs. But if people are going to be playing this game to earn ADA, that means they have to sell their Mikosi tokens. So if people are constantly playing the game and more people are now going to be getting into the game to play the game and selling these tokens, won't the token price go down? Is that not logical? Am I missing something? I know you kind of had your own stance on that, Clean, but I just wonder if anybody else kind of had any input on that.
It really just depends, because they're going to have burning mechanisms, right? They haven't come out with like exactly what it is. I'm pretty sure they're trying to rip the science behind it, but they're going to have burning mechanism, which is going to act as a deflationary tool, obviously, like everybody says. And then, yes, if everybody cashes in at the same time, will it affect price? For sure, but it also depends on your concurrent players, right? Like, how many people in this space have attention spans like fucking squirrels, bro? Like, you think they're going to log in on this game every single day, grind it out?
No, but so what AJ is doing is he's hiring people from, I'm assuming, countries that, take USD value higher than their own, and they're playing the game for 8 hours at a time as a job. So they will be played 24/7 or at least 8 hours a day as a job for the people who have participated. And then
they take 50% of the cut, though.
Right.
So do I want people to take 50% of the cut?
Well, no, but they already are filled. Like all of the people, I think they're getting more people now. But I think he said there were 10 spots, and those 10 spots got filled in 15 minutes.
I mean,
So,
some people don't give a fuck about money. They're like, every little dollar counts. You know what I'm saying? Whereas me, I'm like,
well, then they do give a fuck about money.
I would rather put in the effort to make sure I get 100% of that.
Right, but what if you're going to work that day or that week and you're just like, I don't want to come home and spend 8 hours on this, and then you know what I mean?
It's on mobile.
That's a good point. Still though, you'd have to find time during your day. But I guess you could come back and like, you know, be at your daughter's like softball games and play it a little bit.
Just play.
Yeah. Look up only at the at bats to watch her hit a bomb and then
Yep.
just like
Just be like,
Go
good
Dodgers."
job, honey. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, man. Are you ready? You ready to get out? Because I gotta mow my lawn. I gotta go see my brother-in-law, the whole 9 yards. I gotta start cooking pizza.
Yeah, there's actually a lot I have to do, but
Yeah.
this was like a nice little relief for me because everything's gonna be focused on my aunt now. So I appreciate y'all being with me. I hope it wasn't like too sappy at times, but I just don't like the whole narrative of like people hiding emotions and not talking about it when stuff actually comes up. And she's truly, like I said, a special human being. So I wanted to have a moment for her, and obviously I'm not gonna do that with like all deaths and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got to go find a rental car because my mom's car can't drive up. My car won't fit the dogs. My dad's truck has like an issue with the front end. So like it's just a really bad time. We need to go find a rental and then get everybody packed up within less than a day and then drive 18 to 20 hours all the way up to Mass. And hopefully we get there on time. So yeah, but thanks for being with me, guys. Remember to get outside, see your friends, see your family. We're here to make more money so that we can spend more time with them. Until next time, guys. Peace.